What's good, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys some more NFL action over here on Prize Picks. We're going into Week 5. We've done really well on the showdown slates. We're waiting for a monster Sunday day. We only have 3 picks today. I have one, Reoz has one, and we both mutually agreed on one guy as well. We'll get to the picks in a minute, but of course we're over here on Prize Picks. We know there's a bunch of other player prop sites you can go and choose from, but we think Prize Picks is the best. Not only can you mix and match sports over here, but they have a ton of different ways to play. You can do flex plays, power plays. You can go all the way up to 6 picks. That'll 25x your money. You can do a bunch of different categories. It's simple. Just click of a button, more or less, on the projection, and you can definitely win yourself some cash. I always do really cool promotions as well. They're really involved over on Twitter and in the community. If you sign up using promo code UPSTATE, they're going to match your first deposit dollar for dollar, all the way up to $100. If you want to put in even 20 or 50 bucks, they're going to match that dollar for dollar, all the way up to 100. So highly recommend coming over here to Prize Picks. Highly recommend joining the Patreon as well. It's $15 a month, and my partner Reoz will tell you about that.
Yeah, it's an amazing value. Like Dale said, $15 a month. It's going to be linked in the description below. You can also find it at patreon.com/upstate. Not only are we covering every single slate for the NFL, we're also covering every single game of the MLB playoffs. I've already rattled off really good 2-pick powers over on the Patreon, finding a lot of success early on in the playoffs. It's only going to get better. And like Dale said, the main slates haven't been great. We've been doing pretty good over on the Patreon for not only the main slates, but also the showdown slates. Dale hit a really good play on Thursday with Justin Fields and DJ Moore. So if you want to support us further, you want more plays from us, you want to chase a 5-pick, 4-pick power play, you're definitely going to want to check out the Patreon for easy, fast research coming right from Dale and I.
For sure, yeah, we've had a lot of success over on the showdown slates. Hopefully we can translate that to a main slate here. We do have a London game in the morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. No picks in that game, but over on the Patreon, we definitely will be putting out some picks for that London game as well. Jacksonville and Buffalo, I mean, that's a really good game. Got to have a lot of player props and a lot of options to choose from there. So let's get to the picks, Riaz. Let's just start out on the one that we both agree on, man. I think we are both really heavy, and I think the consensus is really heavy on Breece Hall here. There was projection at 60.5, a line that's been creeping up. Love the more here against Denver, and I'll let you attack him, Riaz.
I think this is just it's a few times you get somebody who showed great play early on, gets hurt, comes back on the pitch count, no longer on the pitch count. We're gonna see him probably play 65, if not more, of the snaps, and now playing a Denver team who cannot stop a running back to save their life. We saw what Miami did to them. Bijan Robinson had a really good game against the Broncos. They're just struggling on defense. They get rid of Gregory, a staple of the defense. So there's going to be a lot of moves on this defense, and I think they're just going to have a really hard time stopping Breece Hall. We saw in game 1 against Buffalo, he didn't have the speed. He didn't have the endurance to break and finish that run, but I think now 5 weeks in, he's fully healthy. He looks amazing. Dalvin Cook is not a problem. He's only playing on third downs, and Carter's only in there for the passing downs. I think this is an unbelievable projection for him and just an unbelievable matchup.
Yeah, he's the best back right now that they got. Definitely the most explosive, and I think that now that he's not at that pitch count, it's definitely one that a lot of people are going to be gravitating to. But you get him at a really good projection and a really good matchup. It's hard to pass him up, so love him there. Taking the more on him, and then we're going to go over to someone in passing touchdowns. I know a lot of people are off him, off the team, but Joe Burrow. I got to see a resurgence here. I got to see something out of him, and I know it's something that many people don't want me. I just think a lot of people are just writing him off at this point, and I understand. But he gets Arizona, and this is probably his juiciest matchup of the season so far. Arizona has been feisty. Obviously, they upset Dallas. They've been keeping up with a lot of teams. But on the flip side of things, we saw Daniel Jones come back, look like a top-tier quarterback in the second half against that Arizona defense. We saw Jamar Chase come out in the press conference saying that he's simply just always open. Things are tense over there in the Cincinnati locker room. Burrow definitely is dealing with a little bit of injuries. His passer rating's not good. His QBR is not good. He's obviously not throwing the ball as much as he was. In previous years, he hasn't looked as sharp, as accurate. But I think here, I think just the bread and butter we saw in that one game against the Rams on a I believe it was Monday night. Just him just attacking Chase, just kept going to him, kept going to him. We just need to see more of that. We need to see 15, 16 targets out of Chase. Get him involved as much as they can. I think he's going to find the end zone at least once with Chase, and hopefully he can connect with one of the other guys in the end zone as well. I think going to be a little bit of a shootout here. I know Cincinnati has struggled to put up points, but that's my prediction here. I like the over in this game, but I like Burrow to throw 2 touchdowns.
Really like this line. Sooner or later, we're going to see a big game out of Burrow. It was really unfortunate in the offseason, him hurting his calf, and then a couple weeks ago, re-aggravating it again. I think that's really what it comes down to. It's not about him getting the big contract. It's not about him just kind of not playing good football because of it. It's because he's injured. Once you re-aggravate something that you've been dealing with over a span of months, weeks, it's really tough to kind of feel settled, especially as a quarterback. I'm not sure if it's the leg he's planting on to throw, but he said he's good to go. We haven't seen him, really give any details that he's aggravated again. He's going to bounce back. This is definitely the matchup you want to see him bounce back against a kind of tanking but not really tanking Arizona team. So really like that play. And I'm going to jump over to fantasy score with somebody I think is due for an unbelievable game, and that's Bijan Robinson. His projection is at 18.5. This is just a great matchup for him. Houston ranks 27th in allowing fantasy points against them for the running back position, and it really comes down to the snap count. We saw him in Algier in week 1 kind of go back and forth. Bijan played 63% of the snaps. He was also used in the passing game in there, and Algier was right behind him. But as of late in these last 2 weeks, 81% of snaps against Detroit, 76 against Jacksonville. And we've seen him go over 100 yards 2 times this season. But the thing that we haven't seen since week 1 is a touchdown. I believe he's going to score 1, maybe even 2 in this game. Houston cannot stop the run. They're unbelievable against teams that love to throw. And that's not the case here with this Falcons team. They don't want Ritter to throw the ball. They just want to hand it off to Bijan. They want to do dump down passes to him. Bijan's also seen over 5 targets in all of his games so far, and he's bringing in 90% of those. So the fact that he's very involved in the passing game and just now the lead back that everybody thought going into the season, it's basically been the touchdowns, and without the touchdowns, he's hit this prop 3 out of the first 4 games. So this is an unbelievable projection for him at 18. I'm going to go with the more here.
Yeah, I like this play a lot. I mean, you see a lot of talk out of Atlanta right now. The quarterback situation, Ritter hasn't looked, very good. Had really struggled last week. But there is a situation here where Ritter just tries to get his feet right, throws the Bijan on a lot of checkdowns here, just trying to get the ball moving. Heineke's kind of breathing down his neck. We'll see. I don't think he's going to try to force anything, so I think the bread and butter here would be going to Bijan. I'd love to find the end zone for him this week. I do think he's going to score the ball as well. Fantasy score seems like a really safe bet here, though. I really like to play Reoz. Going to take the more on that. For 3 players on the more, Breece Hall, Joe Burrow, and Bijan Robinson. Punch it in for a 3-pick power if you would like. That'll 5x your money. You can do it at flex play as well. 2.25 if you hit 2 out of the 3 as well. However, you can do all the way up to 6, like I said. So drop a comment down below if there's any picks on the board that we didn't talk about. We'll get back to you in the comment section. Please hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Bell notification as well. NBA preseason has started in the last couple days. Once the regular season starts, we're going to be kicking out videos every single day. Patreon $15 a month as well. Be sure to go check that out. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.